bag of holding.
That's an idea.
Yeah. Okay, we are back, folks. Sorry about that. It was a hardware fault. We are, well, hardware/software fault. We are blaming Preston.
Yeah, of course.
He probably didn't do it, but we are blaming Preston for it.
It's always his fault.
Yeah, basically. When in doubt, blame Preston.
I was on my way back last night. I think it was either last night or the night before it started raining.
Mm-hmm.
I did blame Preston. I unironically blamed Preston.
Because he said at least it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
He's got to tempt fate.
Mhm.
Right. Continue what I was mentioning to you before. You've actually seen Legendary's Godzilla 2014, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know the sound it makes when his atomic breath is charging up? It goes from like down there, up his tail.
Yeah.
That's what Rouge would have as well.
Oh yeah.
So when she's charging that, she actually has the proper sound effect.
Just imagining the battle between like the heroes in one all for one, but just Rouge shows up and just wrecks him.
That's literally how it be. So it's like All Might is there. You know how the fight goes in canon. He's like struggling and everything. And he's got to focus one for all into his arm, and you hear like from 6 blocks away a very, very, very angry roar, and then just suddenly a giant pink laser just smashes through.
Just get wrecked, scrub.
Literally. I'll say pink, it's more like purple. But, yeah. Just that laser just slicing through buildings at the far end as well, because, you know, you saw what Shin Godzilla was doing with that. I mean, even in... You what?
I want to read that now.
That version.
Yeah.
But of course, then again, you saw, you know, when Legendary Godzilla was taking on the female Muto.
Yeah.
He was having no effect on her externals. That's how tough her shell was. Just forces her jaws open and down her throat, just decapitates her with it.
Yeah.
As you do. It also means that the attack on the forest would happen very, very, very differently. To be like, that
would.
Yeah, you know that plan you had to ambush the heroes. Good luck with somebody who can shoot like a dozen lasers out of dorsal fins.
Yeah, they've got someone that makes All for One look like Mineta.
Pretty much. That said, that's exactly who she'd be replacing.
Oh yeah.
In 1A. I mean, okay, we get that there's supposed to be a pervy character, but beyond his single showing in the USJ fight,
your Geiger counter doing cartwheels too.
Mineta is utterly useless.
Yeah.
Just utterly.
It's not even like he's not got a particularly strong power, but he tries hard. It's just.
I think some fanfics have him admit that he's literally only there to try and get chicks.
Yeah.
And to look up girls' skirts because he's diminutive in height.
That seems about right.
I'm A for effort and and admitting and owning it, but jeez, man, there's time and a place for everything.
It's 3 p.m.
I do remember one fic, I can't remember like.
Nothing to report.
Basically, Mineta gets caught in one of the lockers in the girls' changing room, and the other two people want to hear about it.
Literally murder or just metaphorically?
They want to
kill or his usual declaring of I'm going to kill you when it's fair play.
Yeah.
That would actually be somewhat justified, but
he's angry and he's hot-headed, but he's not a bad man. He's definitely got a lot of.
He's got some morals.
Yeah.
You know, the thing you are clearly lacking.
Only when I'm
doing these streams and playing
In
Fallout.
character, kind of. Like, anti-pessimist. That's kind of what I've ended up doing with myself.
Hmm.
Accidentally creating a bit of a character.
Well,
Sweet.
you've at least got experience in doing so you should be able to actually roleplay better.
Yeah.
I mean, you've admitted that the thing you have problems with is voices.
Yeah.
I mean, you've gone, oh my god, you're so good at doing voices. I'm not particularly good at it. I just have an idea in my head of what they should sound like, and I do my best to emulate it. There's a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
There's being able to do voices, and there's being able to fake it, I suppose. There's supposed to be a tree here. There is actually supposed to be a tree.
Yeah, it's that. Anyway.
Bethesda.
Supernatural bucket.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's not your bucket.
Is this a sign that I should start the cult?
No. It's a sign you shouldn't. It's a sign you definitely shouldn't.
At least not in this playthrough.
Definitely not in this playthrough.
This playthrough is all about the freedoms and essentially, I think, bringing peace to the wastelands.
Technically?
It's peaceful if all the bad guys are dead.
Yeah, I mean, I am the sheriff of the Commonwealth. That would be a Yaogwai.
Wonder what sort.
Probably a stunted. Irradiated. I don't know what it was doing,
Bethesda!
but it did help.
Yeah.
It really did. Right, before anything else goes wrong.
Save. God. God damn it, Bethesda. And God damn it, Preston.
Oh yeah, there's a group of trappers down here. They've literally set up a camp.
Someone's coming.
I think it was usually target practice.
I just got them free experience. Got my own grenade as well. Bounce back.
That's annoying. Yes. He really like you. He was like the
You don't think that was Raven?
It is a fourth and slightly different job.
No, he still died horribly.
Yeah.
He still took 2 shotgun rounds to the face.
What's he doing?
His corpse is trying to dance.
Everything today. What's that? Tactical power.
Oh, it's because it's got a reflex sight. And he's got,
Any good?
no, you know the shotguns we can loot at the start, the saw-offs? It's just one of them with a full barrel. Compared to what we're carrying.
Compared to what we're carrying, it might as well be a switch.
Quiet. It's how we like it.
He broke.
Was there any point to it? No.
It was funny. There's the point.
Was there any worthwhile point to it?
Yeah, just laugh.
He needs to hop to it.
Oh, it's alright. It's just your legs. I'll laugh. Mind you, I'm Scottish. I used to be able to do an all right stuff, but I don't know.
Heads up.
Ah, there we go. Classic.
We haven't done that one for a while.
Yeah. You just got his foot.
Oh, I did just shoot him in the nuts twice with a shotgun. You mean to tell me you expected him not to go all to pieces on us? Should have calmed down, shouldn't he?
Yeah. He was going completely nuts.
He definitely ballsed that up. I suppose you could say it was a bit of a balls ache.
Where do you keep getting these from?
They are very, very old puns.
Have you just got like up in the Wikipedia article that is your head? Have you just got a list of like bad puns?
No. A lot of these are ones that I've just encountered.
It's 5 p.m.
And some of these, I'm pretty sure some of these are now in humanity's genetic makeup.
Yeah. Some of them are probably older than
Time.
not only us, but all the viewers combined.
Some of these are like older than time. How great Milet King. Long live the king. You are now hearing that in Jeremy Irons' voice, manually. Jeremy Irons played Scar in the original film. So you are now hearing that in his taunt to Mufasa manually.
I didn't want to think about that scene today.
Nothing to report.
You're welcome.
Stay safe, people.
Oh yeah, you know the live-action remake, right?
Oh, I've heard they're making that. Yeah.
You're now going to have to hear Mufasa's, see Mufasa's death and hate
Oh fuck.
But it is all CGI. Even the background CGI. The entire film is CGI, but they're calling it a live-action remake.
That's it.
Well, they can't exactly have real lives, can they?
This is Disney. They can have whatever the hell they want. Did you forget that?
This isn't the kind of place I like to dock.
When they made that live action, I know it was Full Metal Alchemist a while ago, didn't they?
I don't think that was Disney.
No, but it's been made. So like the Nina scene is now in live action.
That reminds me, I need to show you something.
Oh God.
Right, you remember me talking about my Warhammer Fantasy group?
This is Radio
D&D group, because we're now on a fantasy campaign.
That one with all the goats.
Nothing new to report.
Yeah.
Keep it tuned here for
The thing about the goat, I told you about the goat, didn't I?
Yeah.
You do realise that we then encountered the townspeople.
Oh yeah, those two girls, wasn't it?
Yep. It's a regular angle. And you do realise the oh, yeah, you came over on Saturday for a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah, that.
It made it worse. You just reminded me of that, you bastard. Yeah, so it makes a change.
Yeah, he's the one that thought of it.
She.
She, so.
Yeah, but it was Stu who put it in the put that GIF in the chat and made it worse, and you've just reminded me of it. I suppose it makes a change that from of me saying you bastard rather than you saying it to me.
Yeah. I haven't yet watched the live action because of that scene. I don't think I can.
Damn it, he's gone down the stairs.
Yeah, two films I basically can't watch. Two films I usually can't watch. I just can't be dealing with the emotions. Grave of the Fireflies and Wolf Children.
To be fair, Wolf Children is a beautiful film.
It is. It absolutely is.
This is Radio Freedom, voice of the
In the
man.
head. And he was a legendary one as well.
All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
And yes, the Raider boss is wearing power armor.
Too bad you can't snipe the power core.
From here.
Oh, you can actually snipe fusion cores, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to wait for him to have his back to us.
And you can steal his armor and just beat him to death with it.
Yeah.
That must be fun.
Yeah.
I imagine someone's done that. Just nick someone's armor and beat them to death with it. Not even using a weapon, just... That's what I'd do.
Yes, well, you're you.
Yes, and I'm... What am I at the moment?
A very disturbed individual. Prove me wrong. Hey, look. 3 pieces of armour. Look, we're just literally blowing off every piece of armour before killing him. Let's try and balance it a little bit.
Stay safe. Nothing to report.
Basically.
You have warehouses full of it, though.
You have seen my stockpile, haven't you?
Yeah.
On this save.
Actually, we're getting towards a warehouse full.
That you know of.
You've been playing this while I've not been here off stream, stockpiling armor, haven't you?
No.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd be the dumb thing to say.
Yeah, fair enough. I love the idea like you have been playing this off stream, but like just hoarding armor. So like, at some point you're just gonna let... What? Oh god. Ow.
2 corpses landed in one on top of the other. Obviously. This is when things like this just line up.
Perfect.
When they line up, it's hilarious.
And that's why you stream. Occasionally you can go shit.
I'm not streaming me being on the shitter.
Oh fuck! Oh god!
That's entirely on you.
Oh fuck!
That is entirely your fault.
Give me a minute, I have to...
You have to brain bleach. I say though, it's entirely your fault. You said it.
Yeah.
Or rather, you gave me the perfect in for that joke, and you do realise if I was Brett, it would have been a whole lot worse.
I can only...
7 p.m.
I think I can only imagine. I
You
don't
have
wanna
no
imagine.
you have no
I
idea.
don't really think about it.
Mate, you know how bad my jokes can be, of how they are, right?
Yeah.
Think that times 10.
Oh fuck.
That's on a good day. I said that's a good day.
You realise I am going to be killing people with a kneecapping, anything kneecapping, right?
Basically.
Excellent.
Something out.
See, they didn't pipe wrenches. It won't increase the chance of getting the kneecapper, but fun to see.
I suppose it also there's no guarantee that the weapon you're using is the legendary. It can be a legendary piece of armor. I didn't do it.
This time you actually did.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom,
It may have
voice
been
of the
something you did.
Minuteman.
Let's wait till we didn't correct.
All quiet.
We are having connection problems with the internet.
Across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report.
We are apparently still on air though. So we will keep going on as though we are actually still online. He did a lot of things this session, didn't he?
Yeah. Let me get the thing from my phone, see if it's still going.
Yeah.
I'll turn it
Wait,
down though to make all some feedback.
Well, it'll also be a couple of seconds, well, to an hour behind.
Well, ain't that a blast from the
Bearing in
past?
mind, it does say on air on there, so we are
Yeah.
apparently still live.
Alert. Non-combatant safety cannot be guaranteed.
Yeah, at least the power armor is nice about it. Tells you your safety cannot be guaranteed.
Yeah.
He's at least warning you to get the fuck out.
Apparently we are still live.
Oh, good. Is it 23.8 dash 2?
22.2, yeah.
Well, dash 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a hype. Oh yeah, it's one of the tab options. Ah. It'll show you in the order that you like them in.
And your playlist.
Obviously you're looking at my channel.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've got like
Nice.
I've got 3 channels just 'cause I couldn't remember the password to one of them at one time. I've got the one that I use my real name with that I'm not gonna make mention of anyway here. I've got the Ashley Pessimist, and I've got the one
You use just for playlists.
Yeah, Ambrose Rockford for username.
Or your primary username.
Yeah. Well, it's because I'm so bad with names, and if I find one I like, I can't really think, I just stick with it.
Oh, I can't blame you with that one. I do the same. That's why one of my characters for I would always have a character for a on my username on a van turned up. Possibly. I will be back in just a moment, folks.
Yeah,
Just bear with me.
essentially delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to worry about import fees.
Good.
So they were prepaid.
Excellent.
That's it secure enough.
Possibly.
You were worried what was upstairs and what was in the dining room.
Oh, of course. Got a craft knife, box cutter.
Stanley lathe, technically. It's a cheap one. One of Wilco's. I make model kits.
Exactly. He's got like a little knife on his desk. Context for the people listening: he's got a little knife on his desk. He uses for models.
The craft knife. I use my clippers to take something off the sprue. Then, rather than file and risk overfiling or catching things that shouldn't be caught in the file, I use this to get rid of like the nubs and whatnot from gates. The bits.
So yes, he has got a hammer over there and various other weapons that one presumes upstairs. I know of one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't your only weapon.
It isn't. Yeah, it's a Namco Bandai as well.
Yeah.
Bandai Namco. That's cool. Again, given the orientation of my phone, I don't know if it'll be in this anyway.
I imagine one day you'll just like, I think something really goes, some shit really hits the fan, you show up one day and have a great sword or something.
You do realise
Yeah.
I won't be able to carry one very long.
True. Like some sort, I just imagine you're a big sword though, of some description.
Possibly.
I like how you're saying that as if you're sort of implying you might actually have one already.
Nah.
Honestly, officer, I've not got anything like that.
I don't have great.
Yes. True. Oh, he's on.
No, these are just to show you.
Okay. I think he's finally had enough of my bad puns.
They will not be screaming.
No, the death will be too quick for that.
Are you sure? That's blunt.
So, what is it?
Show you. My lock knife, I've got actually got two of those. They're in my room somewhere. I've got a set of three throwing knives in my room somewhere. Those are part of a display set. They're modelled on blades sword. I've actually got a display stand for that. This is quite a professional looking stabbing for it. Very unwieldy. There we go. It is blunt. The insides of that are a bit messy. I did have to glue the ribbon back there because it had come loose. That's why it looks a bit inexpert on there. So that's just a display piece. Totally.
Yeah.
It's a little sharper than tip, but that's because it's got the metal ends.
What if you actually grab the ones or just cut my fingers off?
Now, my throwing knives have a kunai shape because they are kunai ones, and they are tagged with Naruto on the thing. But that ain't sharp. I use these for letter openers. They're model on blade sword, and these are sharp. But it's a Daisho pair. Big and little. So I don't have a great weapon.
Yeah.
I don't have a katana either.
Yeah. I've got a wooden one, but I've not got a steel one.
Yeah, and despite all of the means,
Uh-huh.
they are not absolutely
Yeah, I know, but they're not terrible, but... Yeah.
So you've effectively sharpened dozens of blades.
Yeah.
And that's because the steel is folded, because the iron in Japan, when these were being created originally, was very poor quality.
Yeah.
This is before like the global steel market and everything. Because the iron ore was very low quality, it was pig iron.
Yeah.
And that's at best. So they folded it and folded it and folded it to get the impurities as far away from the cutting edges as possible. Hey, what time are you planning on going into town tomorrow?
No, that. Well, the shop's open at 9, so not before then. Sort of buses say,
Well, they're generally on the hour. You don't want to share with school kids, do you?
let's do the walk.
Yeah. So, around about midday?
Radio
Thursday, right?
report.
Today, yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Friday. I've not got D&D tomorrow because our new DM and one of the members are going to Kettering tomorrow, but get some more rats. Lind likes her rats. She really does.
They look like
A bit longer than that. Hamsters and gerbils.
I'm not that big on that.
Rats live for about 3 or 4.
I'm not that one
I know little bits. Used to have a couple of hamsters and gerbils over the years when I was younger, so you'd kind of expect that from me. My dad actually wants a chinchilla. Yeah, very. My friend in Hensford has several degus. So they're not quite fluffy chinchillas. Well, they're not quite chinchilla fluffy things.
It's 9 p.m. All quiet.
Pretty much. Remember the Pokemon Chinchino and Minchino?
Yep.
From Unova, so Gen 5. Chinchilla.
I'm now just thinking of a Joseph and Ruby crossover.
Yukari is a Chinchilla form.
Exactly.
sawing him in the back. Oh my!
Went to pieces.
That was his legendary weapon.
God.
A VAT-enhanced rolling pin.
What would a particular order to carry? Is it possible?
Too much floof.
Is it possible to get floofier than Yukari?
It'd just be too much floof for us to comprehend. The universe cannot handle that much floof. We would learn how much floof is too much floof, because the universe would implode from trying to contain that much floof.
Worth it though.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minuteman.
For the 0.25 seconds that you have to process it before the universe implodes. Probably. I think Yukari is as Ruby.
I think a sword. If I was going to get a sword, I'd get a sword.
Ah, the Viking one.
Yeah.
They're relatively feasible and everything. Gilfret swords. However, I would point out that if you're looking at a Viking weapon to use as multi-purpose, have an axe or a hammer. Because not only have you got a weapon, but you've also got a survival tool that you can use should you actually be stranded.
Yep.
Or if, say, the zombie apocalypse happens. Because they are much more useful at removing limbs and destroying zombies than a... oh, there's a teddy bear. Than a... than a sword is. And, okay, an axe you will need to keep sharpening it, but a hammer you don't need to sharpen. You just literally bludgeon things apart.
I have always been fond of big hammers.
You do realise if you get Monster Hunter World, you can try out every weapon once you get access to.
Voice of the Minuteman.
Hammers, like great swords, attack slowly,
Nothing to report. Keep
but
it tuned
the
here
hammer
for
doesn't
updates.
slow you down anywhere near as much as the great sword does, and it also has the effect of if you hit a creature in the head with it, it will usually stun them.
Cool. I do definitely want my own Mjolnir at some point.
Replica.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Thor won't give you his hammer.
Yeah.
And besides, if it's the real Mjolnir, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. Only one who is worthy of the power of Thor can lift it.
Yeah.
And there was the time, if you go by the MCU movieverse, well, the MCMU, that even Thor couldn't lift Mjolnir.
Yeah.
And that was in his film. With all of that ego.
I remember seeing someone like who clearly had forgotten that part of it. Because it actually could cite I mean, it's not a matter of strength though.
Not a matter of strength, you just have to be worthy.
Yeah.
Mjolnir is sentient to an extent. It's not exactly a living weapon,
It's capable of making judgment though.
yes, but it's not exactly living.
Yeah, especially because it's just able to...
Yeah.
It never slows. Is Vision capable of lifting it because he's worthy or because he's a machine? That was the argument they were having.
The former, I suppose. Despite his origins, Vision is very much a good person.
Yeah, definitely.
He's very selfless. He is very, very much a good person. Just because he was made rather than born
Yeah.
doesn't mean he's any less a person.
Synth. You want to synth.
No. Well, technically yes, because this is our railroad playthrough.
Oh, okay. I have to get that in there somewhere. Oh god.
That's what she said last night.
This is Radio Radio
record
freedom.
for the recording, my hands
Broadcasting
are on
all
my
day,
face.
all across
Hey, you set me up for a pun like that. You expect me not to take it? So you know, you did this to yourself.
Yeah,
You only have yourself to blame.
that's often the case.
Yep. When you set me up for a bad pun, you know I'm gonna take it. In fact, one of my friends did exactly the same a couple of days ago. Posted a picture up. The punchline of it of sorts was that the two cities that were mentioned on there, dull and boring, were being shipped together. So they were paired cities. And I'm like, and he's like, thanks. Okay, I will pull this thing because I know where I know which of my friends it was. Sound disappeared for a moment, so I was worried.
What, the Preston that's struck again?
Yeah. Plus, we've got to find the friggin' stairs up again. There.
11
'Cause
p.m.
this
out
part of the area is a friggin' maze.
there. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen
What kind
alerts.
of spawn either?
Oh, you're going to really hate your birthday present then. He says as he takes you to a labyrinth and leaves you there. In fact, you can solve a labyrinth generally just by making right turns.
Okay.
Well, it does kind of depend on the overall design, but a labyrinth based on the classic design can effectively be solved just by making right turns.
That would be useful to know if I'm ever tasked with defeating a Minotaur.
But Asterios, he's a good boy.
Yeah.
He just wants to protect Eroli.
Just imagine like getting ready to like going into the lab and getting ready to fight this monster. It's just a
This is Radio
Fate
Freedom.
Asterios.
Yeah. He's a floofy good boy.
All's quiet
Look at
across
this
the
talking.
Commonwealth. Stay
He's
safe
very
out
much
there.
a good boy. He just wants friends. He wants to be recognised as his own person, and you know he just wants to protect Eroli. And you have been well, you have leveled him up, haven't you?
Yeah, I think he's I don't know what his section is. He's not got his mask. He's got the round.
You need to get him to about level 60, so just max him up. And then get to bond 5 with him, at the minimum. So you can...
Level 5.
bond level 5.
I think he's at about
Bond 5, just for the fact that you'll be able to... be able to get all of his bio, but you need just to be high enough to get his bond event. Well, you know, his interlude. So I think you have to clear Orkanos as well. But also, when you get him to max ascension, you can do his strengthening quest.
Nothing new to report. Keep it
That
tuned
way.
for Minutemen alerts.
God damn it, game! Why are you doing this to me? I can't.
Oh. That's fucked.
Like I said, why is it doing this to me?
Yeah, it's basically a trap for you, isn't it?
Yep. But anyway, as I was saying, you do the very least you need to do is interlude, because that's what gives you his the defense and attack down to his phantasm. Pretty sure it gives you both to it. and makes it last 6 turns.
This is Radio
Yeah,
Freedom,
second
broadcasting
station,
all
one
day,
number
all
What's his
across
level?
the
His
Commonwealth.
actual level?
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Oh. Oh no, because that's in your my room.
What was it? Let me enhance it. Oh, formation.
Formation Spirit Origins list.
Level 40.
Okay, you only got 20 levels to go.
What do I need to... What do I need
Go
to...
to enhancement.
Yeah, essentials.
Yeah. Literally there.
I need gold,
So you need Berserker Monuments.
horseshoes.
Horseshoes you'll get from Orcanos and later, because the Centaurs like to drop
Voice
those.
of the Minutemen.
You've encountered a few of them,
Nothing
haven't
to
you?
report.
So, yeah.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
Basically that's what Centaurs drop.
You defeated me. Have my shoes.
It's less you've defeated me, have my shoes, more you kill them and then just rip the horseshoes off of their corpses.
Would centaurs have horseshoes?
Yes, clearly.
I mean, I know like how horseshoes. It's like it looks painful, but it's just like keratin, just like fingernails.
Yeah. What's more, where the nails, the actual nails that you're hammering in go, is little more than nerveless cartilage tissue. So it doesn't actually hurt them.
Yeah, I've got 400 regular dumplings, 200 special, or mochi, or whatever they are.
Well, the event's over, see, all you can do is redeem them. I don't think there'll be another rerun for it.
What do I do with the items I got? Are they to enhance Orion?
Artemis, no, she was a 5-star. She's not a freeware.
I assume you can like word.
Hang on.
I could roll for her, like gotcha thing.
Could, but it's not worth it. She's very situational.
My words are failing me today.
Right, you own that.
Mhm.
Right. That's gonna be one of your primaries. You got enough for half of them,
Okay.
but that'll be very useful.
Mhm.
I mean, okay, we should have probably gone with those.
Yeah.
We would have gotten all of those, near enough. Well, most of those.
Who?
Those only drop from demons.
Okay, I think I need some of those phoenix feathers for Marie actually.
Phoenix feathers are important.
Mhm.
Right. I would have said them, but you can get them from chimeras. You can get a buttload of them by doing Blackbeard's interlude.
Mhm.
Those you won't even need those yet. Those are Babylon. Right. I haven't got enough of those to convert there, so we do that. Normally I'd have just done go QP. You've only got 100 there, so unfortunate. So you only get 2 of these.
Mhm.
That leaves you with 5 of that.
Mhm. You get 50 of those.
Yeah, we bought 50
Wow.
out of 100.
That's gonna get some levels up.
Bear in mind that there were 8 mochi apiece.
Hmm.
We'd have been able to buy all of the 3-star ones. Right. Can't ascend Asterios yet. Hang on. We need to get rid of, well, otherwise we can't select anything. Right. The rest start throwing on Nitocris.
Got you.
I would say it's assassin full.
I wonder what his ascension. I'm not gonna do it, but I need
Bones.
12 and 12
Oh,
pieces.
assassin pieces.
Yeah.
Today I think it's the assassin zone. So
Oh,
go to think Chaldea Gate. We'll be resuming in a second, folks.
That's all, that's it.
Ignore. Bear in mind, both of those are worth it. Oh no, it's that. So tomorrow's the assassin zone there.
Okay.
Right. those are worth it.
Okay, what are they?
Which ones are they? Second.
Majors Association and
Yep.
Atlas Institute.
Yes, both of those are worth it.
Okay.
Anyway, right, this was the post. Welcome to boring, paired with dull Scotland. Welcome to dull, paired with boring Oregon, USA. Beautiful. It's finally acceptable to ship cities. My response to that was, I don't know, the fees will be extortionate.
Oh God.
I had to make the joke before somebody else would.
That's both good and terrible.
I know. But this was
all
me.
Good puns should be.
Yeah, but this was me. You expected me not to make that pun?
True.
Anyway, we're done with the ship there. So we are now returning to Far Harbour.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk to the mariner.
Uh-huh.
Neato, Chris. Thankfully, you should be able to get her up to the second ascension quite easily.
Okay.
Well, up to the limit for a second ascension. She'll be relatively adequate for where you're at, because the material for her, well, the special material for the rest of her won't be available until much further. Right.
Okay.
Just enough.
Perfect. Let's see. Did you get an outfit change?
Yes. It's
You're
third
tuned
ascension
to
that
Radio
doesn't.
Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Don't
Nothing to report.
underestimate those trappers by the Azalea.
Specimen. Despite our...
Hey, Doc.
You are a curious specimen.
Yeah.
Despite our friendly town.
Bear in mind,
doing
if you
its best
if you
to
rank
chase
that
you out,
skill up
you keep
to
helping
max,
us
it gives
ingrates
her like
conversation.
78% of her gauge.
Got to ask.
Oh, I'm doing that at some point.
What?
But you know that logic, that law thing.
Yeah.
Oh, pages. So yeah, you could actually get through that one.
They're good people.
Huh? Well, hey, but
I'd love to change their opinion of me.
do it right. And oh,
But yeah, so you want to keep boosting her again. Gramps, you can't get any higher at the second.
We need,
once the would-be captain killed the Mirelite
Yeah.
Queen, or Falk, you do this?
I'm ready to become a legend then.
You what?
that's right.
You crack me
You
up.
want to not
There's
use.
an old Mirelurk feasting grounds by Emmett's
So you just
Causeway,
press cancel.
a treacherous stretch along the
That'll
coast.
take you back.
Go there. and
Then-
throw any kind of meat
Super
you got
success.
into
Almost
the
completely
water.
did that.
All that
Right,
blood
then if you
and
wanna
viscera will
check-
be sure to attract attention.
So you want to do
Then wait.
foes.
I'll make sure
We
there's
don't have any
witness
experience
or
ones
two.
there, but I always do
Prove to
that.
the rest of these clods you belong.
That tells you what foes you can use. Quite a few, right? HP, attack.
Was that what these do?
Yeah,
I've been confused about that. I feel like not using it.
yeah. You can use. Well, you know, you had those totals. Like,
The MS
You
Azalea
look,
is
right?
good to go. I'll
What it
send
was-
the work crew over. And once we haul
yeah,
a piece of the ship,
that's what. That's
Oh,
your limit of how high,
sight
how
to
much
see.
you can buff it by.
That's actually quite useful.
Yeah,
Protect your loved
right.
ones with my
You've seen my Marshu, right?
Yeah.
Her attack and defense are actually different to what they would,
got
what
the
they
guns if you got the caps.
are on the
show me what you got.
on the my
Don't
room,
try anything.
because I've literally buffed her up that much. I've maxed her stats out. I've maxed her all of her attack. Maxed her out on the foes. I've maxed everything out for her. I have literally kept my Marshu current because of how useful she is. Right.
This is Radio Freedom.
Beowulf's interlude is pretty good, but you need to be quite high level to deal with it.
I'm currently working on on an archer. So I haven't got one yet. I've got one. Robin Hood, I'm trying to work on.
He's okay. He's relatively decent as well. But when you get to thingy to right, hang on a second. Right, so Berserker foe, assassin foes, use them on Gramps. Stockpiling again. Let me guess, you'd have wanted to give me your NATO crest, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Rider ones, use them on Marie. Lancers, archers. Oh, David is pretty good. You need to get him up to level 40. You need him at level 40. You need his.
all across the Commonwealth.
You will need his skill.
Report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Because his second skill is a one-time party evade. When I say it's his second skill.
Nothing to report. Stay
He's
safe,
not
people.
brilliant, but he's better than nothing. And instead of like Robin, yes, he's good, but Billy the Kid, he's really, really good.
Okay.
It's a single target. There's not that many single target archers around, so he really is worth it. Also, you want to see the rite of passage? So, do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Help me.
How do I do it?
Fortunately, we don't have to go that much further.
If you spend much longer in the water, you're not going to need a fusion core to get a power.
This is Radio Free.
We'd normally be getting irradiation, but we are immune to radiation from water.
Keep it tuned here for
It's because there's
updates.
barrels over there. Or something. Exposed nuclear material over there. That's why the Geiger counter was going nuts. Probably a whale. We are in Maine. Ugh. God damn it.
He's getting the map out.
Yes, I am. Because God fucking damn it.
Is it a state?
Yes.
Was it going to be a state or a city? I couldn't remember which.
State of Maine. Right.
It sounds more like a state than a city. Is it landlocked? Is it?
No. We came here on a fucking boat.
Oh, of course.
Right.
My knowledge of America is limited at
Right.
best.
There is Maine. Right.
Okay.
It's partially landlocked, but it's mostly landlocked, but it has a big coastline. Right.
Okay.
We normally are here, Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Right. There's the airport. Well, so there's the airport.
Yep.
Castle Island. That's where Fort Independence is. That's where the castle is. That's where the Minuteman Radio is. Radio Freedom. Right?
Of course it is, because it is a real place, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Fort Independence. Right. The Constitution, the USS Constitution, is normally on the other side of the harbour. It's normally over here. Well, pretty sure it's normally moored in Boston Harbour. And then they take it out once a year around and there's Spectacle Island. They take it out. They take it out as far as the castle, turn it round, and bring it back, so it weathers evenly. Right, and it ended up in the middle of friggin' downtown Boston because there.
I love how my lack of geographical knowledge annoyed you enough to get a map out.
Considering, like, there's Linwoods, Nahant. So, you know, we've been all over fucking Boston. Right? Then, we took the boat from the very northern end up around Beverly.
Who's she? So, I saw my chance.
We took it from up around here, right? We took the boat from over here.
Uh-huh.
We went all the way along here.
Mm-hmm.
All the way from Massachusetts
Yeah.
up. Fucking hell. Show me the bloody state name. I have to do it this way. Up. Past New Hampshire to Maine.
Okay.
We are on Mount Desert Island. We are on this island here.
Okay.
Right? There's the lighthouse there.
Mm-hmm.
There's Arcadia. There's Far Harbour, which is Bar Harbour.
Mm-hmm.
There's where the SS Azalea was. That's where the Vim Pop Factory is. Area down here.
Wonder what it really is.
I don't know.
Or like a regular factory or like a house or something.
The tannery is over here.
Uh-huh.
We are... Right, let's see. Sorry, no. Echo Lake Lumber is... Hang on. Right. It'd be helpful if the map wasn't partially covered over, because stuff.
You're matching the Pip-Boy up to a real world map.
It analogs very closely. Right? Okay, the bait and tackle shop and the Echo Lake Lumber are here.
This is
Okay.
Radio Freedom. It's
We
Denny.
are over here
All quiet.
on this
which is
spur
how we
here.
like it.
So
Stay
next
safe out there,
station.
people.
No, that we're here.
Okay. That general area.
The Narrows are there,
Okay.
so we're here. Because if you look, that point where my cursor is there, is that point over here.
Okay.
Just much more
Yeah.
plain. So it's analogs.
I thought how it was. I annoyed him enough to get him off. But
You asked if Maine was inland. When we came on a fucking boat! Why is that skeleton a whale or a super mutant behemoth or something? Oh, it's a whale. What? Is Maine by the ocean or something? The fuck?
Where have I ever made sense? I failed geography.
The only reason I didn't pass my geography GCSE and got an E in it
Hey there.
So the doc asked
was
me to witness.
because I didn't do my coursework. Because I didn't want to.
For me, I don't.
They didn't do anything interesting. It was like, oh, this is this is like population movement and density in Solihull.
Oh, that's right.
Fucking hell! If you're going to make me do bloody what's it? At least give me if you're going to do something like that. At least give me an interesting project. I wanted to do a project on the Great Lakes. I know a lot about them. I could have done friggin' pages on them, but nope.
For me, I didn't know how to read a map, so.
I'm really not surprised. I swear to God, I'm not fucking surprised.
So get them.
Look, that's,
Yeah, that's
literally a whale skeleton.
Yeah, it's definitely a whale.
Why should this surprise you?
Because I didn't put together the concept that we came here on a boat. We must be by the ocean.
Yes, because I'm really going to take an outboard motor up the fucking river.
You might do. I don't know.
I'm going to do that. I'm not going to take a boat that's got an automatic steering system and a GPS. Oh wait, common sense.
What's that?
Clearly.
Where can you buy it?
You can't.
Another one of these things I've got to kill someone and steal it from, eh?
No, you cannot get it by doing that.
How do people expect me to have it then?
You're supposed to be born with it.
What if you're not?
When you fucked up.
Here's something. I got nothing. Gone for good. That's one way to get things moving.
Drop more Mirelurk meat in the water.
11 a.m. here at Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned.
We're luring Mirelurks by...
Someone's coming.
Level up. Yes. More carry faster.
So that, the strength leveling plus your backpack, you eventually can able to carry everything in the world.
You do realise on my Akashi save I maxed out my strength and all my carry capacity stuff. And that was like £535.
And then you get the bag as well.
With the backpack.
Ah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah, that. Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Legendary Mirelurk.
Oh, lovely. But still flight. Legendary. Terminator, so 50% more damage than mine. Hey, and we just looted back the harpoons we stuck in her. And then some. So we shot her 3 times with harpoons and we've just picked up 7. What have we learned about questioning me?
That you're going to get a map out. Or a hammer.
I was just going to say don't. We learned about questioning me? Don't. I suppose, because I want to actually try that out. Once we get back to Far Harbour and deal with Teddy, we'll call it.
Yeah, I've got to go to sleep for a bit.
You need to sleep more than 4 hours.
Well, that was just like, that was just 1 week, and that wasn't sustainable, I know that much.
Yeah, you need a minimum of 5 to 8 hours. Oh, you need an average between 5 and 8 hours.
In theory, they recommend
Better 7
8.
to 8,
Yeah.
but you can sort of function on 5.
Yeah, in practice, 5 or 6.
That's it's not sustainable, but at that, but you can do it at that.
This is Radio Freedom. It's 5 p.m. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
If these knuckleheads don't trust you now, well, fuck them, right? I expect folk will do more talking now.
Yes.
Might even have some more work for you. Maybe hit up Mitch
the
on the
latter.
last plank.
Seriously. Thanks, Teddy.
You are the most peculiar main person I've ever had the occasion to meet. Take this. And, if you're inclined, socialize.
Kushina
It's your party, after all.
Artoria, just with Caliber. Wait, no, it is Excalibur.
Increases movement speed by 10%.
Yep, we get a legendary pirate hat.
Everyone, times are hard. But this here feast is proof that we can turn things around. Now I know mainlanders have been responsible for all manner of harm, but this one is special. This one,
I've got another one for the
did
Mariner.
captain's dad. It's true.
Open Small Bertha
So in
gives
my
us
book,
a
she's not a
gives us
mainlander
the
anymore.
Echo Lake
She's one
Lumber
of us.
as an actual settlement.
Mainlander.
We can build houses
Here's
Yeah.
to you.
and get a new library.
If only we had the resources.
Set in on the creatures.
I said if only we had the resources.
They've been pressed enough, they're never quite functional.
Mainlander. I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of rad roaches. That hasn't stopped you before. Hull's got plenty of stopping power now. But if a Mirelurk Queen went for a frontal assault...
I'd like to help, if I can.
I had a feeling I could count on you. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. But the bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid are other Mirelurks. The Mirelurks on our islands have carapaces that are extra tough. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able.
Far Harbor really owes you for all this.
Yes and no. It's my dock.
You were
People are
hearing it in
squatting
your
on
head, weren't you?
So I got a personal stake
To be
in it.
fair, it's fucking
Good luck.
Godzilla.
Her plan is to basically reinforce the town with Mirelurk shells
Yes.
because that's what survives.
It's the only thing that will survive a Far Harbor Mirelurk Queen's acid.
It's like a bit in Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
The
only
entire
thi-
war
the-
made with alien heads.
Yes.
I want that. Not like it's some mad cult, because I want to see like the alien AVP universe, just some far outpost on a planet full of aliens, full of xenomorphs, and things, where the only way they can survive is by building their walls out of xenomorph skulls. You know, it's a sort of hunter's game, isn't it?
Again.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, the problem with that is Xenomorphs climb.
That's true.
You did not think this through, did you?
Don't.
You do realise they would just rip the carapaces apart and crawl through. Or they will tunnel under.
No, a dome with them on top, not made of a dome that's already there.
You do realise they will just tunnel under.
Floor.
They will tunnel their way to
It's getting dark
the
out
floor,
there, people.
and then they will use acid to burn their way through.
Floor made of skulls.
Nothing new to report. Keep it
They will
tuned
rip
for
them
minute
away.
alerts.
Floor made of skulls covered in concrete, that's the steel, that's the more skulls.
They will melt their way through, rip them away, and then melt their way through again, and keep going.
I'm not gonna win, it's just...
You forget just how fucking intelligent the Xenomorphs are.
I know I'm not gonna win, I just think it's funny to try.
There's only one way for you to win.
Nuke the planet?
No, that's not to play.
Ah.
The only you do on subjects like this, the only way to beat me is just don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have to call it there. We've spent plenty of time. We had that interruption, so we stopped for something to eat quickly. I'm getting hungry. So we're going to call it there for this time. And if you have liked what we've done so far, do please leave us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. And let us know in the comments section what you think. And I know we say this every couple of ones, but if you're just going to use the comment section to flame us, I will manually adjust the broadcast settings and disable the comment section. I will do that. We're not here for flame wars. We're not here for you to use this as a ground to pitch your conspiracy theories or your New World Order theories or your political or religious things.
That one guy from a while ago.
Yep, we're not here for that stuff. We're here to go through Fallout 4. This is not my first time through this. I've only got this and an Institute playthrough, and I've platinumed the game. I technically don't even need to. I'm just doing this because I want to.
Yeah.
And we don't need people flaming us. We don't need you sucks. You should uninstall the game and kill yourselves. Lol 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 lol. Things like that.
Original.
We're not that. You're not coming off as big and hard. You're not coming off as witty. You're just being a petulant teen or whatever. If you're gonna do that, just don't even bother. We don't need that. We're not here. We're not a forum for you to do all your political and religious stuff. And oh my God, the Jews are to blame for everything. Or oh no, blame Muslims for this, that, and the other. We're not here for that. We're two friends who like to play video games.
Indeed.
We're live streaming it. That's
Yes.
it. But that aside, again, I'm say leave us a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, and just tell us in the comment section what you think. Whether or not you've enjoyed this, whether you hate it and you're not going to come back, things like that. Just let us know.
Also, please don't call the police. I promise this is just a character.
You do realise that's not going to reassure anybody.
Yeah, but it's worth trying.
Trying and failing.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, that's goodbye from me.
And from me.